Tank's the better fighter. One guy he could be the face of boxing, the other guy's an internet sensation. He's happy, he has great heritage skill. We understand the Mexican culture, they love their fighters.
Oh, sure.
I'm talking about when there's a Canelo and Cesar Chavez, they love them. And they come to fight. Skip, he ain't in Tank's league. He looks to land, he fights flat-footed, he looks to land power shot. That's why Tank was able to counter him. He's throwing that big up. Skip, look at this. What, all this right here. You see what I'm wanting to tell your head?
I do.
And this thing was boom, right on your seat. And then he called him, tried to throw another power shot, liver shot. People like, oh, man, clearly you've never been hit to the body. If you've ever been hit to the body, De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins stopped De La Hoya with a liver shot.
He did.
Skip, but I will say this. This is the fight people wanted to see. I like when fighters are not afraid to give the people what they want. And the reason why I like Tank Davis, and I'm upset with Earl Spence Jr. and Bud Crawford, because they ducking one another. One of them is the #1 fighter in the division. He wants to fight the number 20th guy. The other guy is the second or third guy, and he wants to fight the number 13th guy. Fight each other. This is why you guys don't get the credit that you deserve, like what they did in the 80s when Leonard and Hagler and Hearns and Duran and the Fifth Horseman, Iran Barkley, they fought each other. In the 70s, the heavyweight, Ali, Frazier, Foreman, Norton, Skip, they fought each other. Why are you ducking and dodging one another? You got the business to fight. Now you want to pick fights. Oh, man, I don't want to mess up my undefeated record. I want to try to make much money as I possibly can. That's why y'all don't get the praise. That's why y'all don't get the love. Well, we don't get the respect? No, because you won't fight nobody. You scared. You're ducking and dodging. One of you scared, the other glad of it. Put your name on the dotted line and let's fight, bud. Let's fight, Errol Spence Jr. But I like this fight, Skip. It was action-packed, and the guys, people wanted to see the fight. Skip, it was buzzing. I was in Las Vegas. It was buzzing.
You were there?
I was there. I didn't go to the fight, but I was there. It was buzzing. But Ryan Garcia can't beat Tank. They fight tomorrow. And Tank will beat him again. They fight next week. He beat him again. He see him at Dave and Buster's, he'll beat him again. Sometimes, Skip, guy just better than you. Guy just better than he is.
Yeah, but it goes deeper than that, unfortunately. Okay, quick point. Floyd ducked a lot of people until they were too old to really have any business in the ring.
No, he didn't. No. He might have once he got to like 35. But if you look at Floyd coming up through the ranks, he fought everybody.
Maybe it's because there was nobody to fight.
He cleaned out the division.
All right. Okay. I want to say this about Ryan Garcia. I like him a lot. I think he's a great young man. I like his spirituality. I like what he stands for. He came from a good family out here in Southern California. But in the end, he wanted no part of Tank Davis because here's what I saw. I saw the second round, if we could show this. Ryan Garcia hit him with a flurry because Ryan is longer. He's quicker. He's busier. He's a busier fighter. And it was... And Tank looked at him like, is that all you got? And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there's a counter punch. And it's a left uppercut, left hook that just catches him as flush in the face as you can catch him, and just dropped him.
Look how he exposed he is.
He'd thrown the kitchen sink at him, and he'd actually landed a whole bunch of punches. Because I'm looking at the stats here, he wound up throwing 163 punches to 103 for Tank. Because he's busy. He's long. He's quick.
But Skip, bees are busy. Ants are busy. What are you busy doing, though?
Because Tank is looking at him like, seriously? Because it's like paper mache punches. It's like a pillow fight.
Jello shot. Hey, give me another of them tangerine Jello shots.
Okay, so then we get to the 7th round. And Ryan's starting to, he's starting to realize I don't belong in the ring with him because he might be smaller than me. His arms aren't as long as mine, but when he hits me, I stay hit because I'm looking at power shots landed, and Tank landed 30 to his 24, and his 24 did no damage whatsoever. And then came the liver shot, or whatever you want to call it. It hit him up in the ribs. It just caught him. When I first saw it, I couldn't even see it because it was happening so fast. It was like an unseen punch, and I couldn't figure out, wait a second, Garcia's backing up? He's backing up for what? Is he sick at his stomach? I didn't know what had happened. And all of a sudden, he just takes a knee. Well, he got the breath knocked out of him. And you've had the breath knocked out of you, and it's not fun because for a second, you can't breathe.
Right.
But it will pass. In the end, Ryan is more skill than will. He wanted no more of Tank, and so he stayed down on a knee. And listen, this is as tough a sport as you can find.
Well, I tell you what, Skip.
You've got to get back up off your knee. If you got it in your heart and in your stomach to do this, you got to get up and try.
Skip.
And he wanted no more.
You hit me in my liver, my nose start to bleed, I'm done.
Okay.
I don't know what they do. What they do that at? That means something in the inside?
Yeah.
Skip, if somebody hit you in your body and your nose start to bleed.
Yeah, well, that was the end of that deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I watched. I wasn't there, but I watched on what it was called closed circuit.
Yeah.
The Thrilla and Manila.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And listen, I know I'm going up to the highest level, but Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier nearly killed each other.
Yeah.
And it went to the bitter end, and Ali was about to give up, and Joe did, or he wanted to throw in the towel.
Right.
And Angelo Dundee said, hold on.
Right.
Both of them went to the hospital.
Right.
You want to talk about spirit, you want to talk about heart and guts
Right.
and will.
Right.
Those two had it at the highest level. It's what is required to win in the ring in this sport. And I'm asking a lot, but Tank's got that thing in him.
Right.
Because he is crafty, he is powerful, and he can take a punch.
Right.
He's got that whole and plus he came from a rough background in Baltimore, and you saw it on full display. You saw what he is. And I'm just not sure there's anybody out there who can challenge him.
Well, I mean, you know, they talk about Haney. They talk about Shakur Stevens says he wants somebody.
I don't know.
But Skip, whether they can beat him or not, the fact of the matter is that that's a fight that people want to see.
I'll watch.
How many people want to see Errol Spence and Bud Crawford? But one-on-one to fight Pacquiao, who's like 2 months younger than me, and they want to fight, fight each other.
Pacquiao was there Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's money
he was watching.
There's money to be made.
Yep.
But nobody wants a blemish. Everybody's afraid of losing. Well, why you fighting?
Okay. That's why MMA has been so successful, because, boy, you know what happens. The best are going to go against the best. But those fights aren't made by the fighters. They're made by the man upstairs.
Dana.
Yes.
But see, there ain't no WBC, the IBF, the WBA, the WBO.
That's why ain't
none of those sanctioning bodies.
No.
Fight. Fight. You got the business to fight.
Yep.
Fight. The biggest fight to be made right now is probably Spence and Bud Crawford.
Yep.
But it don't seem like neither guy is interested in fighting.
No.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.